Kaduna Eboigbodin, a native of Uson village in Orhionmwon local government area of Edo State and the state former chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, who collapsed and later died after alleged heated argument with men of the Nigeria police force at a police checkpoint along Upper Sakponba Road in Benin City, was on Thursday lain in state at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. The lain in state burial ceremony had in attendance workers, human rights activists from different civil society organizations and Nigeria Union of Local Government Employees, NLC State President, Comrade Clifford Daudu, accompanied by other state officers, including the former national president of NLC, Comrade Deji Akilula, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC acting chairman, a former NLC chairman, and other key labor stakeholders in Edo State. African Network for Environment and Economic Justice, ANEJ Executive Director, Reverend David Ugolo, in a statement at the lain in state of Comrade Kaduna Eboigbodin, said, "Today, we gather to honor the life and legacy of our beloved comrade, Kaduna Eboigbodin. As we stand in solemn remembrance during this lain in state, our hearts are heavy with grief, yet filled with pride for all that he stood for. Comrade Kaduna was not just a leader, he was a beacon of hope and resilience in our community. His unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and the empowerment of the marginalized serves as an enduring inspiration for us all. He dedicated his life to advocating for the rights of the underprivileged, tirelessly working to uplift those around him and to create a better society for future generations. To his family, we extend our deepest condolences during this difficult time. Your loss is profound, and we share in your sorrow. Comrade Kaduna's impact on our lives and the community will forever be cherished, and we are grateful for the time we had with him. Please take comfort in knowing that his spirit lives on in the hearts of all who were touched by his kindness, courage, and commitment. As we pay our respects, let us also reaffirm our commitment to the values he championed. Let us continue to fight for justice and equality, carrying forward the torch he has passed to us. Together, we can honor his memory by striving to create the world he envisioned, a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Comrade Kaduna Eboigbodin, we thank you for your service, your sacrifices, and your unwavering spirit. You will be missed, but your legacy will live on in our hearts and actions. Rest in peace, dear comrade. David Ugolo words ends in quote. It was gathered that the vehicle that Kaduna Eboigbodin drove, that the policeman at the checkpoint insisted he must go with them to the station after he had introduced himself as former NLC chairman, Edo State chapter, former national vice chairman, NLC, and has the seal or logo of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC. Shortly after the incident, the police command in Edo State ordered investigation into the circumstances that caused the death of Comrade Kaduna Eboigbodin. The command spokesman, SP Moses Yamu, said the Commissioner of Police, Umaru P. Ozigi, gave the order after civil society organizations and other concerned individuals held their voice over the unfortunate death of the former workers' union leader, which the incident was to have occurred when Eboigbodin was driving with his spouse through Upper Sakponba Road on Monday, December 2, 2024 in Benin City. According to reports, the police stopped Eboigbodin and demanded his vehicle particulars, which he provided. A discrepancy in the documents sparked a heated argument, as the police were said to have accused him of driving a stolen vehicle. One of the reports indicated that the policeman allegedly ordered him to drive to their station, which Eboigbodin refused, demanding to know his offense. The situation degenerated into arguments, and Eboigbodin, who had become infuriated, slumped on the spot. It was gathered that the police officers fled the scene, leaving Eboigbodin's wife to rush him to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. According to Iyamu, the CP wishes to use this medium to commiserate with the widow, family, friends and associates of the deceased over the loss and pray for the repose of his soul. The CP noted the cordial working relationship existing between the police, civil society organizations, NLC and all critical stakeholders in the state and has, therefore, directed the immediate investigation into the incident. The command remains committed to upholding the rule of law and ensuring justice prevails in every situation, Yamu said. Meanwhile, the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Orhionmwon chapter in condolence statement on same day the incident occurred, said it has commiserated with the household of a veteran labor leader and former chairman of the Edo State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, late Comrade Anthony Kaduna Eboigbodin. The chairman of Orhionmwon chapter of the People's Democratic Party, Honorable Prince Stanley Idus, described the fallen hero as a trailblazer who has contributed his best to the development of humanity through her diverse roles as a foremost labor leader, socio-economic crusade and union advocate par excellence. With a heavy heart full of grief and sadness, the PDP Orhionmwon local government chapter wishes to inform the party leadership, stakeholders, supporters and the general public of the demise of one of our reputable leaders with clout and integrity, Comrade Anthony Kaduna Eboigbodin, at the early hours of today. He was a party-faithful and an accomplished labor leader who led a series of developmental struggles. He was a trailblazer who has contributed his best to the development of humanity through his diverse roles as a foremost labor leader, socio-economic crusade and union advocate par excellence. His numerous sacrifices for enthroning a better Orhionmwon in particular and Edo at large cannot be forgotten in a hurry. May God grant his gentle soul eternal rest and grant his family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. PDP Orhionmwon chapter farewell statement ends in quote. Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo offered an automatic employment to the daughter of the former chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC Edo State chapter, late Comrade Anthony Kaduna Eboigbodin, and has since matched action with words according to follow-up news report by the local news media in the state, ITV. The governor, during a condolence visit to the family of the late unionist, promised that his administration will interface with the state's police commissioner, Umaru Ozegi, to ensure that the conduct of officers does not pose any threats to Edo State residents. The governor, who arrived in company of the acting chairman of NLC, Edo State, Comrade Bernard Joman Egwakhide, other leaders of organized labor and civil society organizations in the state to condole with the widow and family members of the deceased, expressed displeasure over his death. The governor noted that the death was avoidable if only the policemen had conducted themselves well at the checkpoint, where he collapsed, following a heated argument. It is painful that we have lost a soul in this manner, but I will talk to the police about their conduct so that they will behave well and conduct themselves well in the state. He is gone. It is painful, but that is life, as we all will die one day. I feel sad over the circumstances surrounding his death, but he is gone. No man knows who is next, the governor concluded. Acting Chairman NLC, Comrade Egwakhide, and some leaders of the civil society organizations, including Reverend David Ugulo and Barrister Abraham Oviawi, called for a holistic investigation to unravel the circumstances behind the death of Comrade Kaduna Eboigbodin. Governor Okpebholo, thereafter, signed the condolence register in honor of late Comrade Eboigbodin, who died at the age of 64, according to news released by Fred Itua, Chief Press Secretary to Edo State Governor, issued on December 7, 2024. Former Chairman of Association of Nigerian Authors, ANA, Edo State Chapter, Goodluck Osama Ogbede, who doubled as the Honorable Councillor representing Ogu Ward 09 in Orhionmwon Legislative Arm, described the fallen hero as a king-hearted father who have positively influenced his career as a union leader while he was the state chairman of ANA Edo. I am saddened by the news of the death of a kind-hearted father, senior colleague and role model in the socio-economic struggle, jocularly called the living ancestor of the struggle, due to his tireless efforts in ensuring a better society. His immersive leadership roles as a pioneer coordinator of the Edo civil society organizations, EDOCSHO, where I belong, made him a renowned father in the struggle, who in collaboration with other stakeholders like leftist Omobudago, leftist Osazi Edigin, Comrade Austin Osakwe and others ignited the spirit of the socio-economic struggle. He would always render necessary support where he would. No doubt, he influenced my career positively as Ana Edo chairman, with his regular fruitful counsels. He wholeheartedly gave his best to the development of humanity, through his diverse roles as a foremost labor leader, socio-economic crusader and union advocate par excellence. As the chairman of Edo National Labour Congress, NLC, the union no doubt witnessed transformation. Kaduna Eboigbodin was a retired public servant, who served as National Vice Chairman of National Union of Local Government Employees, NULG. He had previously served as Head of Local Government Administration, Holga, in Orhionmwon local government area, after which he was posted to Uromi, where he finally signed and bore out of service meritoriously. Meanwhile, he had earlier served as the head of all health workers at the local government level. His quest for building a qualitative society made him the pioneer chairman of the Gani Fawehimi Forum for Good Governance, a body which prides itself on the protection of human rights and social justice. He had always stood for transparency and good governance, accountability and protection of egalitarianism. In view of empowering genuine future leaders and pressing forward his quest for a better society, Eboigbodin joined politics, where he continually added his voice for societal liberation in lieu of enhancing a better Orhionmwon in particular and Edo at large. Until his death, he was a card-carrying member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and one of the stakeholders and kingmakers of the Orhionmwon wing. He would be highly remembered for his positive contributions, humility, purpose-driven and resourcefulness in all spheres of the society. It is my prayers that God gives his soul eternal rest and grants his family the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. We will surely miss him, Ogbede stated. David Ogolo in a statement few days ago said thanked everyone that contributed to burial of the late former workers' union leader, Kaduna Eboigbodin. Dear comrades, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for your unwavering support and contributions towards the burial of our esteemed senior comrade, Pa Kaduna Eboigbodin. Your generosity and commitment have been a tremendous source of strength for both the family and our community during this difficult time. Today, we have the honor of visiting the family to hand over our collective contribution of 1,080,000 naira, 1,080,000 nairas. It was a moment filled with gratitude and solidarity, and it would not have been possible without the dedication of every individual in this remarkable group. As we prepare for the burial activities from January 15th to January 19th, 2025, I encourage everyone to join us in honoring our comrade's legacy. Your presence will mean a lot to the family and to our community as we come together in solidarity. Thank you once again for your commitment and compassion. Together, we stand stronger, David Ogolo said. Prior to the lain in state ceremony, the Publicity Secretary of NULG in a statement said, the State President of NULG, Edo State Chapter, Comrade Clifford Daudu led a delegation of the State Executive Council of NULG, including the newly posted State Secretary, Comrade Taiwo Adebayo, on a condolence visit to the family of late Comrade Anthony Kaduna Eboigbodin, who until his death was the apex leader of NULG Edo State Chapter. The State President extolled the late labor legend, X-raying the legacies he left behind. He told the family to take solace in the fact that late Comrade Eboigbodin lived a good life and impacted majority of people. He assured the family of the union's solidarity, support in this period of grief and beyond. He expressed the union's appreciation to Governor Monday Okpebholo for his visit to the family and the automatic employment for the daughter of the deceased. The widow of late Comrade Eboigbodin, while narrating the unfortunate police incident that led to the demise of the husband, thanked the union leadership for the condolence visit. The union leadership prayed for the repose of the soul of the late Labour icon, said Ibizube Ezeigwe, State Publicity Secretary, NLC, Edo State Chapter.
Osasua Connedio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.